I will be talking about my current read, which is Windy City series, and also taking you book shopping with me. And yeah, and a little bit of giving you my thoughts when I'm reading Play Along. So let's get right into it. The first book in the series is Mile High, which is a hockey romance. And also, one thing, if you don't know, the Windy City series books are interconnected. And yeah, I'm just going to give you a quick introduction. So this book is about Xanders and Stevie, and it's hockey. The Right Move is about Ryan and Indy, and it's basketball romance. Caught Up is about Kai and Miller, and it's baseball romance. Play Along is also baseball romance. It's about Kennedy and Isaiah. And Rewinding Back is also hockey romance, like Mile High. It's about Rio and Hallie. So yeah. Okay, Right Move is the only book I don't have in the special editions, but yeah. Okay, let's dive into it. Mile High, so Xanders and Stevie, I love them so much together, but like if I knew them in real life, I would definitely don't like Xanders at first. In like last few chapters, he really changed, which I absolutely love. I literally love Stevie so much. Like, she's so insecure and she doesn't have anything to be insecure about. Like, she's perfect. Like, everyone is perfect. Like, guys, literally everyone is perfect in their own way. And this couple, at first you're like, Xanders is not really nice to Stevie, and like after few chapters then I'm like, okay, I'm actually a fan of those two. And then I'm like, wait, he is really a jackass. And then at the end I'm like, okay, I love him. Like, you can't even, like, he has this playboy persona which he puts on for the whole internet and like for his fans, because his best friend is this golden retriever. Like, he has a wife, child. They are like this duo, like unbreakable duo. And like, they also have these, like, these are the special editions, but I didn't read this. So okay, so yeah. And basically they are like teasing each other. Mostly Xanders does that to Stevie, and he's like mean to her, or like kind of something like that. And yeah, and that's just their whole relationship at the start. And then they like start actually being together, and Xanders then is like, oh, but this is gonna ruin my persona, right? And nobody's gonna sign my contract because I won't be famous anymore, which is totally stupid. That's why I don't really like him. But then when he realized it, the way he proposed to Stevie was like the most amazing way he could do it. Like, basically, like, he books a plane, private jet, and they fly to all the cities they interacted in some kind of way, and then they come back to Chicago and he proposes to her. And also Stevie is a big dog fan. She goes to a shelter to volunteer there, and Xanders actually donates money, so much money, to them. And also he adopted one dog from there, and they have this dog now. The next book is my favorite, Right Move. Okay, so basically Ryan is this basketball player. He is Stevie's twin brother, and he has this like whole so closed off persona. Like, he's like good at his game, but he's not really good at like promoting himself. And Indy is the sunshine who is always happy, colorful, and her boyfriend of 6 years actually cheats on her, and she moves out So Stevie's like, oh, you can move to my brother's, and she's like, no, yeah, and then they end up living together. She brings so much color into his apartment. They make rules. Of course, they break them later on, and then like Ryan really wants to show off to his like team manager or something, and basically he's like, oh, I have a girlfriend, you know, to actually show them that he is not only good at his game but also the PR stuff, and then they start fake dating because of it. And then also Indy really wants this like she goes to this wedding of her childhood friend where her ex-boyfriend is going to be, and she wants to like show off that she moved on. Yeah. She also has these problems with fertility, which Ryan pays for her treatment. That's the one thing. And also Indy's dad is deaf, and Ryan learns sign language for it. So he can ask him if he can propose to her. Okay. And one thing, Indy is Stevie's best friend, and also one thing I love about Indy is that she is a book girl. Okay, she has all the romance, and actually Ryan reads one of her books. I think one of her books. He also builds a bookcase for her. So that's a man. Caught up. Okay, single dad. Okay. It's good. It's really good. I was not really expecting much of this book because I never read anything about like single dad and nanny, but this was so good. So basically, Kai he accidentally became a parent for Max because he's like Flink just brought Max when he was like 6 months old to his house and just left. And basically he's a single dad and he plays baseball, and his trainer Monty, his daughter Miller, and she's this famous chef. She's really young, she's a good baker, she's in these fancy restaurants, and like one day she realizes that she wants break from the fancy life she was living, and she just goes to her father who lives in Chicago, and then they like are talking, and he's like, oh, but you can be a nanny for one of my player because he has a son and he always travels with him, and no one from the team can actually take care of Max. So she's at first she's like no, and then she actually meets with Kai in elevator and she's drinking beer, and he's like, oh, that's so irresponsible. And then like Monty calls him in and he says, oh, you know, my daughter is gonna be babysitting your son this season, or for the summer actually. And basically he's like, oh, okay. And then he sees Miller and he's like, oh, I met you and I didn't have a good impression of you. And but then he's like, he loves Monty, so he's like, okay, I will do it for him. And Miller instantly falls in love with Max. Okay, she is so good with him, and she also falls in love with Kai. And they get this like, she doesn't really want to fall in love with him because she knows she will have to move on because she's gonna have to go back to her actual life after the summer, and she has so many restaurants waiting for her. But she realizes later on that it's not her passion, and she also starts baking the basics with Max, which is so cute. I love these scenes, and they do cookies, banana bread, so many stuff like this, and it's so good. And then like later they got this like, oh, we have 1 week left, and they just enjoy being this happy couple with Kai. And before she left, and the day before she left, Max calls her mama. So yeah, she actually leaves, and basically she has this like interview, and she says that she fell out of love with baking and she found love with someone and during the summer. So basically this one, another chef who's like older, she tells her that like, if you don't enjoy baking anymore, like in these high-end restaurants, they are never gonna reach the full potential, and you are not gonna reach your full potential. So she goes back to Chicago, and Kai proposes to her. And also, one more thing, she opens up bakery there in Chicago, and she does this like tiramisu recipe that Kai's mother left for him. It was her favorite dessert, and she died when they were like 15 with Isaiah. So yeah, let's play along about Isaiah and Kennedy. So Kennedy is basically a trainer, athletic trainer in this baseball club. I think, yeah, Warriors, and she's the only female there. And Zaya, he's Kai's brother, like he's 1 year younger or like 2 years younger, and he has this huge crush on Kennedy the whole time since the day she came in. And basically she has this like very sexist boss who's like always putting her down and stuff like this. But she was engaged the whole time, but just it was like marriage arrangement because her family is really wealthy, and they just found her some wealthy guy, you know, so it's good for the family name. And yeah, so then she breaks the engagement, and then Isaiah is like, I finally have chance to get to her. They are in Las Vegas. She's there for a bachelor's party or bachelorette party with her stepsister, who's engaged to her ex-fiance. So basically this is so bad, and she gets drunk. Isaiah's there for like this team party or whatever. They have this every year, and they got engaged, and they just got married in Vegas. And the team finds out, and they are like, one of you has to leave because this is not good, like you can't do this. So, and then they're like, yeah, but we can do casual relationships, but this isn't casual. We got married, we've been in love for years. That's what Isaiah tells them, but it's not true. But they have to keep with it because Kennedy can't lose her job. She loves it, and she will get this amazing job in San Francisco after this season. And if she gets something bad in her papers, like she was flirting or hooking up with her someone from the team, no one's gonna take her to the team. So basically she has to keep this job. And I'm like 100 pages in, as you can see, so I don't know how this will turn out. But actually the storm on this cover is so meaningful. Like literally Isaiah's in Kai's mother, she had this car crash during storm, and he's so scared of storms. So yeah, and Reminded Back is about Rio and Hallie. I think this is childhood sweethearts, and Rio is Xander's teammate, and basically he's so funny, but he's like a rookie in Mile High, and he's youngest. And basically I'm so excited because has this fun guy like persona. And okay guys, I'm literally like looking through them, and Slovak the legendary that one, as you can see, it's so beautiful. I just thinking about buying Elsa Silver books. So I just want to ask if I should read it in like the order, like the series, like the I don't really know, Rose Hill series there are. Then there are I'm not even sure how it's called, but you know where it's Flawless, Heartless, and then there's like
Gold Rush Ranch, I think. And I'm not really sure which one I should read first. So I think the Gold Rush Range is actually the first one, right? Don't get me wrong on that. And yeah, I also really want to read Magnolia Parks. Oh my gosh. Another thing that I wanted to share is Stephen King. I want to read something. So give me like some advice. This is the protein vanilla chocolate. It's the grande, and it's so good. Also really sweet.
Okay guys, and now haul from shopping. Card. Okay, I'm gonna read you what's in the back. So she doesn't belong to him, she belongs to the crown. It's Lion King inspired, and this is the second book in the Never After series. I have the Hooked series, so my mother said it's beautiful cover, and I think so too. Okay guys, that was all for this video, and see you next one. Bye!